Welcome to US Movie Pulse, the home of cinematic madness, superhero chaos, and Hollywood stories that leave audiences speechless. From Marvel heroes to Gotham nightmares, we break down the biggest movies on the planet. So grab your popcorn, because Gotham is about to get darker than ever. Hook. Batman isn't trying to save Gotham anymore. He's trying to survive it. And honestly, The Batman Part 2 might be the darkest superhero movie DC has ever created. Intro. After the massive success of The Batman, expectations for Part 2 were incredibly high. And somehow, this sequel feels even darker, more violent, more emotional, and far more psychological. This isn't a superhero fantasy anymore. This feels like a nightmare wrapped inside a detective thriller. Story, no major spoilers. The movie continues Bruce Wayne's journey as Gotham sinks deeper into chaos after the events of the first film. Crime is spreading, fear is everywhere, and Batman himself is slowly losing control emotionally. But the real strength of the story is how personal everything feels. This time, Gotham doesn't just feel dangerous, it feels cursed. And the villains in this movie don't just attack Batman physically, they attack his mind. The movie constantly forces Bruce Wayne to question whether Batman is actually helping Gotham or making it worse. And honestly, that psychological conflict becomes the heart of the entire movie. Robert Pattinson performance. Robert Pattinson absolutely owns this role now. His Batman feels exhausted, angry, broken, and emotionally damaged in the best possible way. Unlike other versions of Batman that focus mostly on action, this version focuses on fear, trauma, and obsession. And there are moments where Bruce Wayne honestly feels terrifying himself. The emotional depth Pattinson brings to the character makes this version of Batman feel incredibly human. Action and cinematography. Visually, this movie looks unbelievable. The rain-soaked streets, red emergency lights, dark alleys, and Gothic architecture make Gotham feel alive. Every frame looks like a moving painting. The action scenes are brutal and grounded. Batman fights like a man full of rage rather than a perfect superhero. And one particular hallway fight scene? Absolutely insane. The sound design also deserves huge praise. Every punch, gunshot, and explosion feels heavy and realistic. The villain and Masala. Now, without spoilers, the villain in this movie is terrifying. Not because they're physically powerful, but because they understand Batman psychologically. There are moments where Batman genuinely looks afraid, and seeing Batman scared creates a completely different atmosphere. And trust me, one shocking reveal in the third act is going to make DC fans lose their minds online. This movie constantly builds tension like a horror thriller. Sometimes the silence itself feels dangerous. Negatives. The movie isn't perfect. The pacing is intentionally slow, and casual audiences expecting non-stop superhero action may struggle with parts of it. This is a very dialogue-heavy and atmospheric film. Some scenes also feel emotionally heavy for long periods. But honestly, that darkness is exactly what makes the movie unique. Final verdict. Overall, The Batman Part 2 feels less like a comic book movie and more like a psychological crime epic. It's dark, emotional, visually stunning, and incredibly intense. Robert Pattinson delivers his best Batman performance yet. Gotham feels terrifyingly real, and the movie pushes superhero storytelling into a much more mature direction. If you love dark detective thrillers and grounded superhero stories, this movie is absolutely worth watching. I'd give The Batman Part 2 a solid 9 out of 10. Outro. So what do you think about The Batman Part 2? Is this the darkest Batman movie ever made? And where does Robert Pattinson rank among live-action Batmen? Comment below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Hollywood movie reviews
here on US Movie Pulse.